Hey everybody, today we're going down a segment of the Ice Age Trail. I've hiked this trail so many times I couldn't tell you. Where I live is technically really near this spot. And I can tell you I have probably hiked every single trail in this segment that you possibly could. But today I'd like to talk about probably boundaries, because lately I've been getting a lot of questions or a lot of people talking about how to set boundaries with yourself and others. And it can be actually somewhat difficult because I still work on setting boundaries with people in my life, and it's not really all that easy sometimes because there's a lot of people that want to overstep your boundaries and try to take control or throw blame on you. And there are a lot of people that are just narcissists out there. But there are also a lot of people that are really good, and you have to be choosy on who you let into your life and offer kindness. And it can be scary. It really can. I was in several relationships with people that took advantage of me and used my kindness and caring heart to their advantage so they could get ahead. And will that make me stop loving and caring for another person? Not really, because there are those that are loving, caring, and compassion that you do stumble across. And you have to ask yourself, am I going to accuse everybody in my life and lock myself away and not care? But no, you have to set boundaries or be careful on who you share things with. It's like creating those circle of friends that you have. I have many friends that are in different circles. I have friends that are my coworkers that are just strictly just coworkers, and I'm not going to share everything in my life with them because they are just coworkers. And then there's the other types, as we go out from the circle, that get to know me a little bit better, spend more time with me, share adventures, and experience my life. And the circles go inner as you develop your relationships. It's not telling everybody all at once, because people's perception of you can be different than what you actually perceive what you're sending off. And that's another talk. Perception can be a tool or your enemy, all depending on how open-minded you are and willing to learn about other people and how their life is and experiences. So perception, we all perceive the world in different viewpoints or reality tunnels. And all depending on your reality tunnel is how you actually perceive the world. When I was younger, I was brought up to being a Roman Catholic. A nun claimed that I was unteachable. I'm not exactly why. Maybe I questioned something and she didn't like it, but I went from private school to public schools. And that's when I found one of my actual loves that I love doing is science, where you question things. And so when I was in science class and doing all these experimentations on things in life, it actually helped me grow and develop my curiosity. And I learned a lot of things. The weirdest thing that I find is that human beings think that reality is what it is based on our senses. Now think about that. If you have a bat that only sees the world through sound, does that make that bat stupid? No. It's how he perceives how reality is, not how a human being perceives it. It's a multiplicity of experiences. Our senses are limited. There's more out there than what we perceive, and most of it is all energy. We're even energy. Science is coming closer and closer to the fact that we are only energy, and that's pretty unique, but science can only tell you is how a human being perceives what is reality and what's their truth. And then if you look at philosophy and Plato and the theories on forms, you view it at a total different viewpoint. We're going to scale off the Ice Age trail and go this way. But it's kind of unique that humans think that this is all there is, but when there's a vast, bountiful thing of reality. So basically, reality can be measured in so many different ways, but it's mostly measured with Fourier transforms in wavelengths, or in other words, for the people that believe in vibration. And that's a whole unique thing too, but everything is based off of different mathematical facts that have came. This is really a downspout. Maybe gonna have to, oh no, I think I can do this. Wow. Daisy, you should have brought your sticks along. Hold on. After that little hurdle, basically reality is waveform or vibration from Fourier transforms and different flux in the wave pattern that come from different frequencies. That's how I view reality. That matter really isn't matter, it's actually a form of waves. So matter is really waveforms, and we just perceive with our human senses that all this around us is matter, but it's really light reflecting off of it to give us color, shape, and sound. Actually, sound is a whole different thing. And the weird thing is, we are beings of pure energy, perceiving other beings or substance of pure energy. And I find that very fascinating. If you read Bone Mechanics or Walter Russell, they both have interesting work on this theory, but it actually, in a way, makes the most sense in my eyes. And I can tell you, I studied an overabundance of science in my lifetime, and nothing came close to this in a sense. Well, a lot of theories came close, but they were totally hooked on what you call matter. And sometimes you have to walk a trail that is extremely highly difficult, because this is how life is. If life was one straight flat road, where would the excitement be? Where would the adventure? But perception can be alarming. A 6 could be a 9 to somebody, and a 9 could be a 6. Until you can see both sides of the equation, you will always believe in your narrow mind experience. Lately, I've been doing a lot of work on, in a sense, I do have a slight problem with the New Age community, because I actually did study science, and some of their theories are so off kilter that it's extremely incredible. But some of them I do agree, and it does match up with science. I spend a few weeks, well, it probably was more days, studying their definition of vibration, and there is science that can back it up, and it is a fluctuation in the wave, and there is math to prove it. The vibration, I just look at it as slightly different, that the wave gets slightly altered. Like I said, matter isn't matter to me anymore. It's something that we perceive as matter, and it's actually, in a way, we consider it emptiness, but it's really these wave patterns that we can't see and explore. If we could actually see the waves, we would actually go, oh, that makes sense. But our eyes can only see so far and experience so much so I think I'm now babbling, and I think I talked for over 20 minutes. Ooh, where does this go? Oh, I think they both lead to the same spot. So I hope you enjoyed this nice little walk through the park and this way of looking at things in a different point of view. But question your reality tunnels, which actually takes time and research. Not everybody's reality is the same. Like I said, I started off in science, Christianity. I was part of groups. Well, I was part of Al-Anon for, 43 years. And that was a form of spirituality. Finding a God that could express yourself. Today, my God is the rules of mathematics and the rules of the universe. So it's how you want to express yourself. Everybody's welcome on my channel who wants to be part of this. My channel is more of a self-help thing than telling you what you have to do, how to decide, or what to be. It's up to you to question what you want to question and become yourself. So like I said, I hope this helps you to go out and question things that your life has need to be questioned. And again, like I said, setting boundaries is getting to know yourself, to set those healthy boundaries with people that want to have a tendency on hurting you and want you to be more like them when they can't accept if you think differently. Like I said in the past, if you walk and talk and act like a lady, does that make you a lady? Or does that make you acceptable for whatever society you live in? So, like I said, I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. And sorry that it took me a bit to bring a video out. I had a lot of things going on in my personal life. But I hope you enjoyed my hike with you today. Take care until next time we meet again. Take care and thank you. Bye-bye for now. Bobbing for apples, anybody? I'm game. Are you? This is how far you have to go.